In the nightmarish forest, Maeve treads barefoot on a path of bone and sinew, where every step pulses with a horrifying life. Twisted, torso-shaped trees loom over Maeve, their skeletal branches reaching out like grasping claws in this suffocating realm. Bathed in the eerie glow of spores and ash, the air chokes with a suffocating beauty as Maeve navigates this ethereal nightmare. At the path's end, a ruined chapel looms, its entrance a gaping maw of decay. The chapel door convulses open, a grotesque display of cartilage and bone teeth. Within the chapel, wet red light flickers, promising untold horrors. From the earth's gaping wound, a gold-wired man emerges, his nakedness veiled in soot, a horrifying testament to desecration. His body, a canvas of gold and soot. The wired man is a grotesque mosaic of flesh and metal. In a macabre spectacle, his mouth is sealed with gold, a silent scream forever trapped within. His eyes, burning sideways, reflect an otherworldly torment, a glimpse into a nightmare beyond mortal comprehension. In the ruined chapel, Maeve cradles a levitating child, an unsettling tableau of ethereal power. As Maeve's transformation begins, her skin cracks with blinding light, her spine contorting in an agonizing display of metamorphosis. The chapel echoes with the raw energy of Maeve's metamorphosis. In the ruined chapel, an otherworldly radiance erupts from Maeve as the sacred space crumbles into chaos. Amidst the destruction, the chapel collapses in a rain of hymn-shredded vellum and bone ash, signaling an end. In a ruinous and final act, the man embraces Maeve, sealing their fate with a kiss. In the ruined chapel, a child's scream echoes as a torrent of denied voices unleashes. A deafening scream shatters the silence as the child embodies the agony of countless silent souls. The chapel trembles with raw emotion as the child becomes a vessel for every unheard plea. In a realm where reality bends, a cathedral of sound and flesh rises, its surface alive with unsettling detail. The cathedral's skin-like surface writhes, whispering forgotten names from pores that weep secrets. The structure looms, a disturbing symphony of the organic and the divine, challenging the very essence of existence. Within the cathedral's hallowed walls, a throne crafted from ossified wombs oozes a horrifying mixture of milk and blood, defying all sanctity. Upon the unholy throne, motherworm looms, a colossal, multi-limbed abomination, forged from the echoes of Maeve's eternal suffering. The very essence of Maeve is captured in the towering height of Motherworm. In the solemn cathedral, a child's hand vanishes into Maeve's throat, a chilling act defying the sanctity of the sacred space. With a horrifying slurp, the child extracts a gleaming weapon from Maeve, a grotesque miracle unfolding in the hallowed halls. The weapon pulses with a faint, ethereal light, a tangible manifestation of memory and regret. In a cataclysmic ballet of destruction, the cathedral crumbles, its ancient bones yielding to an unseen force. Defying the laws of nature, blood ascends in a crimson cascade, a macabre spectacle against the backdrop of ruin. Amidst the chaos, Maeve's laughter pierces the din, a defiant symphony of joy and despair as she embraces her fate. In a final, fatal embrace, Maeve succumbs to the inevitable, her form splitting as the world around her shatters. In the desolate expanse of a ruined landscape, a scream lingers, fading into the haunting echo of Maeve. The very air seems to vibrate with the desperate call of Maeve. The scene is devoid of life, save for the ghostly whispers of a name lost to the wind. In the nightmarish forest, Maeve stumbles along a convulsing path, her lungs burning with each breath as the voices of long-slain gods whisper from the rot. Spores cling to her, each breath a struggle, as the trees morph into grotesque torsos reaching towards the haunted sky. The forest is not trees, but torsos grown impossibly tall, their limbs knotted into grotesque hand-like shapes, beckoning her deeper into the nightmare. In the heart of a nightmarish forest, the flickering flame beside her dances in wild spasms. The child in her arms undergoes a horrifying transformation, gestating into a humanoid shape consumed by hunger. A mother's most profound nightmare unfolds. At the edge of the clearing, a desecrated chapel transforms into a nightmarish maw. Its entrance, a grotesque spectacle of grinding cartilage and fractured glass teeth. The once sacred space now breathes with a vile life. Its grotesque features a chilling testament to corruption and decay. Within the chapel, the altar gleams with a dark history, the air thick with mournful confessions. The altar, slick with the echoes of ages past, stands as a silent witness to the sins confessed in hushed tones. In the charged atmosphere, Maeve's thighs tremble, a physical manifestation of the spiritual battle raging within. In the tranquil chapel, sunlight paints the scene with ethereal hues as a small child stands bathed in divine light. Her upturned gaze reflects a profound serenity, as if listening to a silent symphony only she can hear. In the stillness of the moment, the child softly proclaims, "It's time." The chapel floor cracks open like a birthing wound, heralding the arrival of a figure slick with soot and draped in entrails. Adorned with glistening soot and grotesque jewelry of entrails, a figure emerges from the depths. Gold filaments seal the figure's lips shut, a silent testament to an unspeakable pact. In the echoing chapel, a man raises his hand, unleashing a cacophony of unholy howls that tear through the sacred space. Defiantly, Maeve steps barefoot into the bone dust, her gaze unwavering amidst the encroaching darkness. Amid the rising storm, Maeve firmly commands, "Do it." In the hushed chapel, a wire falls, marking a descent into forbidden invocation. In a ritual of transgression, each syllable shatters the silence, laced with the taste of ash and unnamed sin. His words echo with the weight of ash, placenta, and unnamed sin, each a trespass against the sacred. In the hallowed chapel, Maeve's body begins to shatter, seams splitting to unveil the truth beneath. From her sternum, a radiant glow emerges, piercing the darkness with celestial brilliance. Her spine contorts like a flame devouring itself, a visual symphony of destruction and rebirth. In the hushed chapel, a child floats weightlessly from her mother's embrace, her gaze drawn to an unseen world. The lantern light falters, its flickering flame mirroring the fragility of life itself. The dim light in the room mirrors a dying heartbeat. In the solemn chapel, a mysterious figure closes in, their hands seizing her shoulders in an unexpected embrace. The figure leans in, initiating a kiss that shatters the sacred silence with its sudden, raw intensity. The kiss is no tender blessing, but a fierce combustion, a fiery violation of the chapel's tranquil sanctity. In the quiet of the chapel, she kneels, embraced by the earth as if it were a lover who knew her deepest secrets. From the child's mouth emerges a sound, an echo of ages far beyond mortal comprehension. In the heart of the chapel, devastation unfolds as the sacred space succumbs to an apocalyptic collapse. Vellum hymns ignite in a spectral dance, their ancient verses turning to ash as they ascend. Stones weep in silent contrition, their ancient surfaces cracking under the weight of unseen sins. Stricken by unseen forces, the man collapses to his knees, crimson tears flowing from the abyss where his eyes once gazed. Maeve, defeated, crawled forward, her blistered palms leaving a trail of silent suffering on the cold stone floor. In a moment of despair, Maeve whispered, "What now?" In the dim sanctuary of the chapel, a figure emerges from the shadows, a chilling smile revealing the decay within. With a voice echoing through the hallowed halls, the figure declares, "You remember who the fuck you are." The air grows heavy with a sense of dread. Dust and debris fill the air as a small figure crashes to the ground with unexpected force. "You didn't bury me, you wore me." Limbs too developed for someone so young, twist at unnatural angles, betraying a disturbing transformation. In the aftermath of chaos, Maeve arises, her face adorned with blood, like a warrior's mark. The ruined chapel explodes into fragments, its dogma and delusions shattered like splinters in the rain. The chapel, once a symbol of dogma, is now nothing more than splinters in the rain. In the heart of the nightmarish forest, three figures turn as one, facing the looming darkness with trepidation and resolve. A flame, flickering weakly, roars back to life, its eerie glow painting the grotesque landscape in a macabre dance of light and shadow. From the forest's tormented depths, a path of bones and gnarled roots is revealed, a chilling invitation into the unknown. An unearthly scream shatters the silence of the nightmarish forest, sending shivers down the spine. Maeve clutches her lantern, its fragile light a desperate plea against the encroaching darkness. In the heart of the nightmare, the child moves silently, a ghost untouched by fear. The man, a statue carved from shadows, offers only his gaze and silence in this haunted realm. Within the nightmarish forest, figures emerge from the shadowy depths, their intentions as obscure as the gnarled trees that surround them. In the oppressive darkness, the air is thick with an unspoken dread, promising a fate far more terrifying than mere defeat or annihilation. And they walked not toward victory, not toward extinction, but into the script no god ever dared to write. A nightmarish forest envelops the scene, where a kiss becomes a haunting mark left on her hip, a chilling reminder of what was. In a surreal and disturbing transformation, the man dissolves into the ancient altar, leaving her isolated with the indelible mark. She remains alone, marked and haunted, as the forest whispers the tale of a kiss turned curse. In the depths of the nightmarish forest, Maeve's every step echoed in the oppressive silence, her path illuminated by the eerie glow of a shifting flame. A silent spectre, the child hovered beside Maeve, an ethereal presence untouched by shadow, deepening the unsettling atmosphere. The flame transformed into a grotesque maw, its sermon of fangs painting the forest with grotesque shadows as the forest pulsed with unnatural life. In a nightmarish forest, the trees gurgle blood, with every flicker of light erasing something behind them. Birds hang crucified on bone-white branches, a macabre testament to the forest's horrors. Unyielding, she strides deeper into the forest's heart, her resolve a stark contrast to the surrounding terror. In the heart of the nightmarish forest, the path morphs into a grotesque, living entity, pulsating with nerve script and weeping sigils. The path writhes beneath her feet, a sentient entity begging her to cease her journey. The nightmarish forest exudes a palpable sense of grief, an oppressive sorrow that threatens to engulf everything. Maeve, overwhelmed by the forest's sorrow, succumbs to the grief, swallowing it whole as if accepting her fate. In a bizarre twist, the trees appear to applaud Maeve's surrender, their branches clapping like skeletal fingers in sinister approval. In a nightmarish forest, the path abruptly ends in a grotesque tapestry of stretched, quivering skin, a horrifying visage stitched together from forgotten kin. Miles of flesh bear witness to a forgotten past, each pore weeping ink, each scar holding memories captive like precious perfume in shattered bottles. The forest is silent, save for the soft quivering of the skin, the faintest whisper of forgotten voices trapped within its gruesome tapestry. The flesh wall pulsates with sinister life, its surface glistening with an unnatural sheen. In a surreal moment, the monstrous wall blinks open, revealing the abyss beyond. The cathedral, a sanctuary forged not of stone but of echoing resonance, becomes a stage for primal terror. Before she even crosses the threshold, the scream tears through the air, a sound devoid of identity, yet piercingly familiar. The scream morphs into a chilling echo of personal betrayal, resonating with the primal pain of a mother's anguish. A mysterious child glides into the cathedral, leaving a trail of self-devouring sigils in their wake. Maeve struggles to follow, her very bones protesting against the cathedral's dark energy. The ethereal sigils burn brighter as they lead deeper into the cathedral's heart, promising revelation or ruin. In the heart of the cathedral, a flame whirls, birthing silk-winged bees that carry the weight of sermons. A bee, its wings shimmering like silk, crawls into her ear, carrying with it the weight of sacred words. In a moment of serene surrender, she accepts it. A cathedral looms, its chill intensified by a dampness that seeps into the bones. The air hangs heavy with a heat that evokes both the comfort of rebirth and the grim finality of death. In the distance, a throne awaits, promising power or perhaps damnation. A cathedral rises, an unholy structure of bone and yarn, its architecture a macabre fusion of life and death. At the apex of this ossuary, she presides, an enigmatic figure amidst the bone-woven tapestry. The cathedral, a monument to the grotesque, stands as a testament to her dark dominion. Within the cathedral's solemn walls, an unseen presence looms, casting an eerie pall. The very air seems to vibrate with the unspoken name, Motherworm. Silence descends, broken only by the echoes of an unknown entity. In the echoing cathedral, Maeve stands, her outstretched arms embodying a lifetime of unspoken pleas for love. Her posture reveals the accumulated weight of silent rejections, each curve and line telling a story of longing met with emptiness. Every inch of her being reflects a history of yearning, a silent symphony of hope and disappointment resonating within the sacred space. The scene unfolds within the cathedral, where blistered skin, shaved heads, and mouths agape betray a horrifying transformation. Milk cascades from hollowed eyes, painting a macabre portrait of despair and violation. She descends, her footsteps marking a trail of blood across the sacred floor. The cathedral floor bleeds beneath her, a sacrilegious act defiling the hallowed ground. In the echoing vastness of the cathedral, Maeve collapses under the relentless pull of gravity. Her body betrays her, succumbing to the unyielding force in a moment of stark surrender. In the hallowed space, the silence amplifies her fall, a solitary figure overwhelmed by the cathedral's solemnity. In the vast, shadowed interior of the cathedral, dust motes dance in the faint light, creating an ethereal atmosphere. Mother Worm's voice drips with an unsettling mix of sweetness and decay as she declares, "You brought her back." Her words, a velvet shroud soaked in sap, echo through the cathedral, heavy with hidden meanings and dark promises. Sunlight pierces through the cathedral's stained glass, casting an ethereal glow on the dancing dust motes, as unspoken questions reverberate through the hallowed space. In the echoing silence, a haunting question lingers. You sang her through fire. You bled her into name. Why? The ethereal setting amplifies the solemnity, as the echoes of the past intermingle with the weight of the present. Inside the cathedral, Maeve's attempt to speak dissolves into silence as her mouth seems to turn to salt and crumble. In a chilling twist, the child speaks in Maeve's place, filling the sacred space with an unsettling echo. Silence engulfs the vast cathedral as beams of light pierce through stained glass windows, casting an ethereal glow on dancing dust motes. The echoes in the sacred space, because forgetting me wasn't enough. She had to become me. The air hangs heavy with unspoken words and lingering memories, as if the very stones whisper of past sorrows and veiled secrets. In the heart of the cathedral, Mother Worm's smile unfolds like a grave yielding to spring's first breath. With a chilling calm, Mother Worm declares, "Then let us begin." Within the cathedral, the sacred space crumbles, its ancient structure collapsing under a sinister force. The cathedral's skeletal frame buckles, resembling the fragile binding of an ancient tome. As prayer twists into a weapon of destruction, the air crackles with ominous energy. Maeve unleashes a piercing shriek of terror as the divine sanctuary becomes a scene of devastation. In the hushed sanctuary of the cathedral, a child retrieves an artifact from shadows, never meant to grace the light. As the child presents the hidden artifact, reveals its nature. It was not tongue, nor spirit, nor name. The artifact is unveiled as a blade, forged from the heavy burden of inherited regret. An echoing scream fills the cathedral, only to be swallowed by an eerie silence, as if the sound itself is being unmade. The scream unwinds, reversing the agony in a chilling display. In the cathedral, blood erupts violently as Maeve ascends, a figure both torn and triumphant. Amidst the chaos, Maeve stands unyielding, neither protecting the child nor recoiling in fear. Ripped and flayed, Maeve embodies a raw, almost divine glory. Her laughter reverberates through the cathedral, altering its very essence, sending shivers down the ancient stones. The foundations tremble, as if awakened from centuries of slumber, as the ancient stones bear witness to an unseen force. Beneath the cathedral, something ancient stirs, its awakening heralded by the chilling laughter. In the echoing expanse of the cathedral, a piercing scream shatters the tranquility, signaling a profound shift. In the awe-inspiring expanse of the cathedral, a profound silence descends as dust motes twirl in the sunbeams that filter through stained glass. An unseen entity whispers, "It learned her name." In a nightmarish forest, a surreal path twists and writhes, its gnarled trees reaching like tormented souls. The very ground pulses with a horrifying life, veins glowing beneath the surface like a network of unseen horrors. Every step forward is a descent into madness, where reality itself seems to convulse in agony. Under a sky choked with perpetual twilight, the forest is a grotesque gallery of nature's nightmares. Each tree stands as a silent sentinel, its torso-shaped trunk and scarred bark telling tales of ancient suffering and silent screams. Limbs stretch like elongated arms, reaching down as if to grasp and pull the unwary into the forest's eternal embrace of dread. In a nightmarish forest, the air is thick with glowing spores, swirling like ghostly embers in the oppressive gloom, drifting ash blankets every surface, painting the landscape in an unsettling, spectral monochrome. The spectral remains of unseen fires lends the forest an eerie, silent monochrome, where the veil between worlds seems distressingly thin. At the path's end, a ruined chapel looms, its entrance twisted into a grotesque, gaping maw. The chapel door creaks open mechanically, revealing a rim of cartilage and teeth crafted from bone and stained glass. The chapel's door opens mechanically. Within the ruined chapel, a wet red light dances ominously, casting long, distorted shadows that writhe across the ancient stones. From the shattered earth of a ruined chapel, a gold-wired man emerges, his form a grotesque tapestry of soot and entrails. Naked and vulnerable, he is a horrifying spectacle, his wrists adorned with macabre drapes of his own entrails. The horror culminates in a silent screamise, mouth cruelly sewn shut with gold, a symbol of forced silence and unspeakable suffering. In the ruined chapel, his gaze pierces like shattered glass, reflecting a storm of inner turmoil. A silent gesture unleashes a torrent of sound as the chapel itself begins to wail in agony. The chapel screams, a symphony of despair echoing through the ancient stones. Amidst the ruins of a forgotten chapel, Maeve stands barefoot, holding a child whose presence warps the very air around them. Against the backdrop of the ruined chapel, the child levitates, defying gravity as Maeve begins a terrifying transformation. Maeve's flesh tears, revealing a blinding light as her body contorts in agony. In a grotesque display, Maeve spews forth radiant energy, completing her horrific metamorphose. Amidst the desolate landscape, a ruined chapel crumbles, unleashing a cascade of hymn-shredded vellum and bone ash into the unforgiving sky. In a moment of utter devastation, their lips meet in a kiss, a ruinous and final act sealing their fate. The echoes of their desperate kiss fade into the silence of the ruins, leaving only the whisper of impending doom. Atop the hill, the ruined chapel stands as a silent witness to a scream born of denied voices. From the child's wide-open mouth, a scream erupts, echoing through the desolate landscape with raw, unadulterated pain. The scream, a symphony of denied voices, reverberates through the chapel ruins, shaking the very foundations of the forgotten sanctuary. In a surreal landscape, a cathedral of sound and stitched flesh looms in the distance, a grotesque masterpiece. Its surface ripples with a disturbing vitality, pores blinking and weeping forgotten names. Forgotten names bleed from the cathedral, a lament etched in the architecture. Deep within the cathedral, a grotesque throne, crafted from ossified wombs, oozes a horrifying mixture of milk and blood. Towering above, Mother Worm, a nightmarish entity formed from the suffering of countless Maeves, smiles with a multitude of mouths. The smile of Mother Worm, a symphony of madness and malice, hints at the unspeakable horrors born from endless suffering. In the heart of the cathedral, a child's innocent touch turns sinister, reaching into Maeve's throat. From the depths of Maeve's being, the child extracts a weapon, a dark relic born of memory and regret. The weapon, a chilling manifestation of memory and regret, gleams with malevolent purpose. Against a canvas of desolation, the cathedral succumbs, its ancient structure folding inward like the pages of sacred prayer books. In a surreal ballet of destruction, blood rains upwards, defying gravity and painting the sky with strokes of crimson. The scene is a macabre masterpiece, a testament to the end of days. In a desolate landscape, Maeve's laughter abruptly turns to horror as she is violently split open. Beneath the ravaged earth, an ancient power awakens. Maeve's final scream contorts and twists, resolving into the chilling enunciation of her name.